Welcome to MMA Main, the best MMA show around the world. Mighty Devin Devo Taylor. What's up, bud?
You know what?
What? Please tell me.
Jordan Mean versus Thiago Alves.
Yeah?
Okay? You can get a couple wins. I want you to think everything is going well, because that's when I come in with the job, and it's going to be over. Back and forth.
Okay.
Good back and forth. We just had the Super Bowl. Back and forth, baby. You don't know who's going to win this season. So far, 2-1. It is what it is. Both years are some real controversial decisions, but that's fine. Me, how do I win? Knockouts, baby. That's okay.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I'm glad you didn't, deface my beautiful mug.
Did you smell it, though?
I don't want to smell it. Anyways, welcome to this week's show. Well, you know what? Let's get into the rumor mill right here. Actually, no, I guess...
Wait, what are we doing? We're going to go to the rumor mill first?
No, I think we'll have to go to this past week's fight card. We'll go to this past week's fight card. So, UFC 183 in Las Vegas. Main event, Anderson Silva, Nick Diaz. What'd you think?
You know what? Initial reaction, you gotta say it. I was promised fireworks. It was 4th of July. I went out, I looked up. No fireworks.
No fireworks.
I was tough. I mean, what did you think?
You know what? I thought that to see Anderson come back into the cage and fight, and I thought he looked really good. Diaz is a beast, and he's a hard opponent. So, you know, it's not like they threw him a can. I mean, Diaz is durable. He's going to press the action. It's hard to say. I mean, we do have something to touch about this whole situation, but we're going to wait on that. But
regardless of how good either of those guys are, I think you kind of had it. I don't know if it happened. There's no way it happens to this degree in boxing, but you had two counter punchers. Is what it looked like.
Yeah.
Nick Diaz supposedly is the guy who's going to come forward, volume punching. This on paper looked great. He's going to throw a lot of punches. Anderson Silva is going to try and counter. Can he counter? Can he keep up with the volume? And we get in there, and both guys just counter.
Dude, I know. And then what about in the first round when he just decides to lay down?
Well, because they're both trash talking. No one's hitting each other. The whole first round, I think they both just trash talked.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
It was odd.
It was almost Abu Dhabi.
That bad?
I thought it was bad.
Really?
I thought it was Abu Dhabi. When I watched, but at the end, I was like, dude, Abu Dhabi.
I guess, definitely wasn't like this hip hip hooray fight, but I guess, and the thing is, I'm not a big Anderson Silva fan. I actually kind of gained some respect for him at the end of the fight. I think just because of going through the diversity of his injury coming back. You know,
the diversity?
The adversity.
Oh, and the adversity.
Both of them. The diversity and the adversity.
You went through the diversity.
Came together and it blew up.
Wow. I'm sorry. Sometimes he gets the wrong page.
It was pretty diverse.
On the thesaurus. He was like, that page, which word am I looking for?
Hey. The belt was like gleaming in my eyes.
It's even worse to know I lost to the dude who's like, he dealt with so much diversity. I don't know how he could do it. I lost to that man. Woo.
Hey, I never said I was an English teacher. Anyway,
now he's gonna insult some people.
Listen, Fong would even watch the show, bro. Fong would even watch the show. Anyways, co-main event. Wow, I don't think the weight cut issue didn't really look like it affected him. I don't think so. He looked
really.
I thought he looked about as.
By all accounts, like the day before, he was like clinically insane.
Clinically dead.
They took him to the hospital, had to give him fluid.
Oh, I know. At the weigh-ins, he looked horrible.
But that's what I'm saying. So you can't say like, hey, how'd you feel yesterday? I was in the hospital, man. Thought I was gonna die. How you feel today? I'm on top of the world, 100%. Like, no way that's him at 100%.
I'm not saying he's 100%, but I didn't.
You just said like it didn't affect him.
No, I said it didn't look like it affected him much.
You see what I have to deal with? Like,
anyways, the judges in this arena were on crack. I mean, it was a close fight to begin with. A 30-27 to Woodley.
I don't. That's what. Do I not say it every episode?
Oh, I know.
Every episode. MMA judges, they're a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
And Cecil Peoples wasn't even in house, dude, so I don't know what's going on.
They get new judges that are just as ridiculous as the last ones. How do you give it a third judge? I mean, what does Gastelum have to do in that third round to prove it to you?
I don't know. I mean, it was a close fight. You know, I think it could have went 28-29 either way. It was so close. But 30-27 is way out of whack. Way out of whack. And then to go into a prelim fight, Miesha Tate against Sarah McMahon. Do you see the scorecards on that? The white judge gave it the first 2 rounds to McMahon, which I don't know how that happens, because Miesha won that second round, I think, pretty definitively.
It was close. It was close. I thought McMahon was winning the first half of it.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely by the second half of that second round, Miesha Tate has swung the tables for sure. I mean, she ends in dominant position, but if you also remember, the takedown was McMahon's in that second round.
And then she gives the white judge gives Miesha Tate a 10-8 in round 3.
Yeah,
so that makes it a draw. You know, a wash. And then the other 2 judges, the pink and the blue, scored the card the same but different rounds. So I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I did see that someone had scored a draw, and I was like, I looked at that, I said, that's insane. There was definitely no. You know what? It was actually the opposite.
Yes.
It was Sarah McMahon getting a 10-8 in the first round.
Yes, that's right. That was the blue. That was the blue one. The pink corner or judge.
They got the rounds different. Yes.
The pink judge is the one that I agreed with. It was McMahon round 1, 10-9. Miesha round 2, 10-9. Miesha round 3, 10-9.
Yes.
I felt that's how I did you feel that was?
Yeah, I would. That's what I would have.
I didn't feel that there was any 10-8 rounds on either side.
Yeah, and that was the one when you saw that there was a draw. You were looking like, how is there a draw?
Yeah.
I mean, Miesha Tate didn't do much in that first round, but I don't say that she got dominated.
No, and then to say that...
Because if you're going to say that's a 10-8 round, you got a lot of 10-8 rounds.
And then to give a 10-8 round to one fighter, and then give a 10-8 round to the other fighter. You know what I mean? Yeah, is that what happened? That's how it was a draw?
That's what I'm saying. No, 1 10-8.
1 10-8.
And then 2 10-9s.
No, didn't 10-8... There was a 10-8 round from the blue judge for McMahon, and there was a 10-8 round from the white judge for... No?
No, it was just 1 10-8.
There was just 1 10-8?
It was just that blue judge that went 1 10-8.
White, they did the 10-8, okay.
And then 10-9, 10-9, so then that one was a draw.
Gotcha.
And then the other 2 picked different rounds, so it makes it not a unanimous decision, but a majority decision.
Yep.
One of the few times we've seen that. It's usually either split or unanimous.
Yes.
But this one, they actually went to a majority decision.
Yes, there you go. That's it. Anyways, Joe Lozon, we didn't get that one. Iaquinta, dude.
And this was one where I had to look back and I say, didn't I take Iaquinta? and I actually outthought myself because I do remember.
Yes.
This is when
you're trying to play mind games.
Lozon, and I should have just Iaquinta's for real. I mean, I told you I don't know what they're doing at Serra Longo, man, but they're doing a good job.
And just to let you know, if you would have picked Iaquinta, I would have picked Gastelum because I only want to only put one fight on the in the balance, and then you would have kept the belt.
It doesn't matter even if you had stayed with Woodley.
No, I didn't pick that. Remember,
I know. But if you would have stayed with either way, I would have won.
Yeah,
because they would have been a 1-1, buddy.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I only picked one fight.
But even if you had picked them both.
Yeah, but I would only pick one.
I'm losing to this guy. I've lost to him twice. Oh.
What one hurts more, the first one or the second one? The first one, that Cerrone fight.
Yeah, because I really thought I had won it. I didn't see that. Donald Cerrone doesn't think he won. That one's gonna hurt for a while. He was like, "Hey man, I don't know what I'll take it."
There's this meme I saw today, and it was so perfect. It's a picture of Donald Cerrone at like a post-fight conference on the microphone, and it says, "Yeah, I'll fight him. Who are we talking about?" And it's so perfect for him. Does he want to fight? Oh, he said that if Gastelum, how do you say it, couldn't make it, he would step in last minute to fight Woodley at 170.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
That's kind of mangy, bro.
He probably said, "Look, I'll get on my horse right now. I'll ride out there. Let's do this. My horse is ready. All fueled up. Let's go.
Be ready, stay ready." You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's a monster. The definition of a fighter. You got to give him that.
No, absolutely.
I'm happy to see him win. I just am not happy when it means I lose the belt.
Yeah, I can understand that. I can sympathize.
I'm gonna be upset.
I mean, you went through a lot of diversity, so
you know what? I overcome diversity every day.
Oh man!
Wow.
And then what else we got on that fight? That's honorable mention on that fight card. Overall, it was all right. It wasn't great. I was a little disappointed that Brandao fight because Hedis had some type of last minute medical issue. They had to rush him to the hospital or something.
There were some good ones on the prelims.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking of them right now, but there were some good fights.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, for me, the headliner was just so bad. Just the hype. And then, wow, it turns out I feel bad for the UFC because if I'm anyone else, I want my money. Anderson Silva gets $500,000 and Nick Diaz gets $300K. So you guys can pay out $800 for one fight. If I'm anyone else, I want some money.
Okay, let's jump into this. Let's put this into the realm. This just came off like a few hours ago. This is Tuesday for us. We tape on Tuesdays. But Anderson Silva and Nick Diaz both get popped for banned substances.
Well, we know what Nick Diaz's banned substance is.
Well, that's why I said banned substance.
And it's not, it's only banned because they were in Vegas and not California or Washington or Colorado or so, you know what I mean? He's pretty out in the open with what, you kind of know he's going to pop in.
Okay, so he's
metabolites. He's got the metabolites. You know
he's been busted for that before, so I think
but it's
we're not
still
shocked.
Dumb. Still
it
dumb.
is stupid. It is stupid. But let's talk about Anderson.
Guaranteed money.
Let's talk about Anderson. One of the, if not the GOAT, damn near, whatever you want to argue the case, he's in that argument.
They weren't even arguing it on the broadcast. They were like, the greatest fighter of all time, Anderson Silva.
So, that's got to do a serious tarnish.
I don't think so. I think this late in his career, coming off that injury, I don't think there should really be anybody who's saying, like, oh my gosh, it's not like his physique isn't like,
Cuddly.
He's not, he didn't come in looking, Uberim with the muscles at the ear,
Okay, so let's ask the question then. Now, obviously, he went through a pretty traumatic injury with his leg breaking, gravy pouring out.
Gravy pouring out is serious.
So, a lot of the times they use steroids for different types of rehabilitation, whether it's muscle, bone. So,
Well, here's the thing. If as a fighter they came to him and said, hey, do you want to fight again in 2 years or you want to fight again in 6 months? His answer to that probably was, I want to fight in 6 months. So then we need to do steroids. We heal your body as quick as possible. I don't think, the way that Anderson fights, there's no advantage for him. Basically, size or strength. It's just not really his game. So... yeah, if you want to hate on him, you can point at it, but I think this was him trying to come back as quick as possible.
I would definitely have to agree with you. And I don't put any negative light on it personally. He's trying to heal. He wants to come back. He loves to fight. That's his thing. And we've never seen.
It'll be interesting to see what both of them say. I think they're both going to have very interesting press conferences to say about it.
I got a tweet earlier that Flying Brian tagged me in, and whoever gets that first interview with Diaz gets a high five and $1,000. So I told him I'm on it. We're near the 209. We'll go out there.
I know his dealer, so I can talk to him. and then he can talk to me. I mean, finding Nick Diaz alone is difficult these days.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Dana put out like an APB out for him on Media Day.
Yeah, you know, they gotta hype it up, right?
I don't know. I think he was legit lost. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, he apparently got high, forgot where he was.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, I'm stuck at the drive-thru.
So, anyways, we don't have any fights coming up this weekend. We do have a 3 for next week.
The 3 for Sutherland.
That 3% on that rare beast is gonna show its head.
There's been a lot of unicorns around, like a lot of rare beasts.
And the odd thing about it is, we instead of having like a simulcast, if you would, with having World Series of Fighting going against UFC on Saturday, World Series of Fighting is actually going to be on Thursday next week, so it'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and that's kind of cool.
That's 3 straight days.
3 straight days.
Just prepare yourself.
But one of them is on Valentine's Day. That's the UFC fight, so you might want to DVR that and watch it after your lady falls asleep.
Or you got to keep her. And maybe she's trying to watch.
Hey, if you got that, lock it up.
I mean, my baby girl Rhonda, you know what I mean? She's watching. You know what I mean? So that's no. The triangle, you gonna put me in the triangle?
Speaking of which, Weidman's out, another injury. That was something that was announced last week, I think, Friday?
Was Belfort scared, or he just didn't want to, he wanted to wait? Well, they offered him Machida for the interim, and he says, no.
Why wouldn't you take that?
What if he loses?
Dude, you're a fighter, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put Cowboy...
Belfort has maybe 2-3 more fights left in him.
That's true.
So why waste one if you make, he wants the belt?
This was my theory, straight conspiracy. This was my thought, and obviously I don't think this is going to happen now because of what happened, but my thought was, if Anderson can come in, obviously I didn't get it right as far as him coming in and finishing Diaz. That wasn't even close. But
yeah, I didn't say that either.
No. But if Anderson came in and finished Silva dominantly in early rounds.
If Anderson came in and finished Silva?
Yes. It's like a doppelganger type action.
Like,
he's going to fight each other.
Well, he thought about fighting himself for a while.
There's so much diversity going on. That's what happens.
This is what happens when you have a little culture before you start the show.
That's scissor. So, no, if Anderson came in and finished Diaz in a dominant fashion, and then Weidman got hurt, so then,
Anderson goes.
Yeah, they push it off. They're like, well, Vitor, you should probably take this fight over here real quick. Luke Rockhold wants to fight you again, and then they lock that fight up.
Oh, and then
now Weidman is healed. Anderson, you should fight for the belts again.
I thought they would have gone, or they could have gone Anderson versus Belfort for the interim.
Ooh.
That would have made more sense. They could have done that if Anderson wins that fight. And then now Weidman's out, and they go, "Yo, Anderson just looked amazing. If he had dominated, maybe they say, let's throw him in
the McLean. No.
Why you always gotta go there, man? You always gotta...
Oh man. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the show.
Okay, we are an MMA show. We just had the Super Bowl. Controversy at the end. You're Mr. Controversy is the reason I gotta ask.
The funny thing is, I was at Disneyland this past weekend, and I didn't even watch the Super Bowl. I did watch, the last couple minutes from a screen in the bar from, 100 yards away, so I couldn't really see what was going on.
This man has the belt. Give me the man card. The man card rejected.
I was at Disneyland, bro.
I was at Disneyland. There's no excuse.
Speaking of which,
I was at Disneyland. That's why I don't have a man card.
Real quick, before we get
the Super Bowl,
we're getting to the end. The Super Bowl.
You.
The Patriots were there, and they made the damn park all packed yesterday when I was there. I was pissed. It was supposed to be dead.
I hate you.
I know you do. I know you do. You're right.
No.
Damn it. Thank you so much for watching. Devin Debo Taylor.
He doesn't
Fighting the champ, baby. Fighting the champ. Thank you so much for watching.